there's nothing that beats God's original plan, and that is human relationships, human communities, and specifically the church. The church I go to, they say the service is now finished and church starts out in the cafeteria. We're having morning tea. This time of fellowship, that's church. Church is everything perhaps but that 90 minutes or 2 hours. And of course, that's not true. That's church as well, and very important, indispensable part. But the point is, there needs to be a re-emphasis on community and relationships and outreach, which results in relationships. There's lots of churches that do charity in the government welfare sense of the word, and it doesn't result in relationship and evangelism. And I just want to encourage the church to refocus there. You know, one of the things that I guess grieves me is there's a lot of Christian parents who can't afford Christian schooling because it's become the elite, expensive option. Very necessary, very beneficial. But when we started Christian education, it was for the non-Christians, it was for the poor, and it was completely free. The reason we did that was to bring people into the kingdom of God. We wanted people literate in an age where education wasn't compulsory, let alone government funded and provided. And so the church said, forget user pays. We're actually going to pay for this and make sure that every single citizen within our reach, especially the poor and external to this body of believers, we're going to make sure they're literate, at least literate, so that they can read the Bible. And government started getting interested in that. There was a piece of legislation, the first legislation to make education compulsory in the state of Massachusetts in America was called Ye Old Deluder Satan Act. And they sought to make education compulsory, and there was a tax to make sure every citizen in the towns or cities would actually fund for the education of everybody else to get them at least to the stage that they could read the Bible. And the purpose was so that they would not be deluded by Satan. And that makes for a better community, better city, better nation, better society. And so breaking down the divides and how to overcome the different ecosystems where we're getting this information and then other people aren't, I think is through relationship. And we have to be innovative about it and at the same time reflective. You know, what worked? What worked for the New Testament church? What worked for the historical church since then when they didn't have these digital communications? And I think the more we stop relying on our enemies, the government, big tech, the lying harlot media, the more we stop relying on them and looking for innovative solutions outside of them, I think the more effective we will be. But that's not to say we shouldn't use them for the kingdom's maximum benefit while ever that window of opportunity is open.